Hey, this is a nice beach.
Hey, yeah, how did we get here?
I don't know. Gosh, man, it's been a long time since I've seen the ocean.
What?
I said it's been a long time since I've seen the ocean.
What?
The ocean.
What?
Oh, you want to do an episode about Oshawott?
Oh, no, I just couldn't hear you. But since you're so eager, why not?
No, I don't want to do an episode about why not. I want to do one about Oshawott. How did you get me to agree to this?
What's cracking, everyone? This is the Dex, our weekly trivia and battle strategy show about a new Pokemon each week. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Swimmer Alex. This week we're focusing on the Sea Otter Pokemon, Oshawott.
Aw, sea otters are so cute. Did you know that they hold hands with each other when they're sleeping so they don't float away?
Cute.
Oshawott is the water starter from the Unova region. Ironically, though Oshawott and Duat are both based off of sea otters, Samurott, the final evolution, is based off of a sea lion.
Though the two animals aren't closely related, there's a kind of funny story how it came to be. Ken Sugimori and the design team were having a very hard time designing evolutions for Oshawott in the game's early stages.
After taking a trip to an aquarium and seeing some sea lions at play, the design team thought that they were a good mix of cute and powerful and decided to make that Oshawott's final evolution stage. But how to tie them all together?
That's when the idea of a samurai theme came into fruition, and by equipping each evolution with a weapon and adding a bit of samurai flair, the Oshawott evolution line was born.
Those weapons are made of the same material as Oshawott's claws, which, if he's like mammals in the human world, are made of keratin. Oshawott's shell is a razor-sharp scalchop, which he uses like a Japanese war fan called a tessen.
Tessen are a very cool part of Japanese ancient warfare. Warriors often carried normal fans on the battlefield to cool themselves off until someone had the idea to make the fans with iron braces so they could be deadly while looking harmless. Classic knife pen hijinks.
Pretty cool stuff, man.
Well, yeah, but there must be more to say about this little clown, right?
Of course there is. There's always more to discover. This is Pokemon we're talking about. Anyway, do you want to know why they call him Oshawott?
I sure do.
What?
Oh.
Oshawott's name has a plethora of possible origins, from very simple to very obscure to Canada.
On the surface, his name appears to be a combination of ocean, shell, water, and otter, all of which are key elements of its design.
However, it's also likely that the little guy's named after Oshawa, Canada. Canada hosts many protected natural habitats for sea otters, a perfect place for a little Oshawott to thrive.
Oshawa comes from the Ojibwa word Oshawott, a phrase meaning the crossing place and usually referring to a river or stream. That certainly ties into his water typing.
And did you know that there was a famous dietitian in Japan by the name of George Oshawott? He was born into a poor samurai family, which might explain the samurai theme. I mean, it's too good to be a coincidence, right?
There's so much that goes into some of the most obscure Pokemon names. It's crazy what you can find if you just dig a little.
Now, you all know what us doing an unevolved Pokemon means for the next half of our show.
That's right. Little Oshawott is a Little Cup contender.
I love Little Cup!
Time for some level 5 strategy time. With so many water types in a Little Cup, Oshawott is often forgotten in favor of other stronger ones. But don't let that stop you, because he still can run a pretty good set.
Sword Stance is pretty essential to use on Oshawott, otherwise his attacks just aren't powerful enough. Make sure you switch him in when your opponent is using support moves or attacks he resists.
From there, Aqua Jet is great for priority, and Waterfall always is a good bet for physical water types, and the last move slot goes to X Scissor to take your enemies by surprise.
Eevee trained an Adamant one in attack and speed, and give him the Omnipresent Life Orb to get that attack up even farther.
Of course, that's not the only way to train an Oshawott, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
Keep in mind that Oshawott does much better with support from his other teammates. If you can Baton Pass, Stat Boost, and other protective forces to him, you'll have a much easier time.
If all else fails, you can always use Hidden Power, and in his case, it's probably going to be Fire.
Don't count Oshawott out when his HP is low, because his Torrent ability boosts his water attacks by half when he's down to a third of his HP or less. That can make a lot of difference.
And that's it! Oshawott, leader of the free world and an all-around stand-up guy.
Want us to cover your favorite Pokemon on the Dex? Leave your suggestions in the comments below. And hey, if you've suggested before, keep doing it. We'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, and if you like our show, subscribe and check us out on Facebook. I'm Swimmer Alex.
And I'm PokeKellz. Tune in next week for another ambiguous episode of
The Dex.
Now, you all know what a none-of-all Pokemon is doing here.
Little Cup.
You all know what us doing an unevolved Pokemon means for our next section.
You're looking at me like I was going to be like, okay, I'll take it. The last half of our show is going to be a blooper reel of this.